Welcome back to Rewriting History with Espanyol. We are into episode 2 now. We played 2 games last episode. If you haven't seen that yet, you can go back and watch that now. But in today's episode, we have also got 2 games. We've got a big game against Barcelona first up. But before we get into that, there's been some games played, or at least one game played since the last episode, and that is between Mallorca and Cadiz. And Cadiz are obviously one of the sides that are in the relegation battle with us. And thankfully, they went and lost 2-0. So we now have a game in hand on them, and we're only 2 points behind them. However, like I said, the game in hand is against Barcelona. And unfortunately, we have picked up an injury to Leandro Cabrera, our centre-back. He's damaged his heel. He's going to be out for between 10 days and 3 weeks. And that means he's going to miss the Barcelona game and a whole chunk of other games, I imagine. They're just working it out. He's going to miss this block of 3 games here. So 2 of the more difficult games against Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are going to be missed by Cabrera after picking up that injury. So another 2 games played in La Liga involving relegation rivals. Almeria have beaten Osasuna, who have the incorrect name, but ignore that, and climbed themselves up to 14th, which isn't great for us, but we are still within touching distance of a few teams. And then Getafe, thankfully, losing 3-1 to Real Madrid, meaning that we have a game in hand on them and we are 1 place above them in the table. So just before the game against Barcelona, which is, of course, a massive local rivalry as well as being a big game in general for us as Espanyol, Valencia have played today and been beaten by Celta Vigo, so they remain 2 points adrift of us. They're in 17th. If we can somehow pull off a miracle win against Barcelona, we can climb above them and Cadiz in this game week. So 2 changes made from our last game. We have brought in, forcibly been made to brought in Cesar Montes at centre-back in place of Cabrera, who's obviously injured. And then we've also brought back into the side Joselu up front in place of Martin Braithwaite. So hopefully we can get, if not a draw, just don't get absolutely battered. It's Ansu Fati on the ball, looking for Lewandowski. That's a good interception by Gomez, but it comes back to Ansu Fati. He's on the byline now, pulls it back to Marcos Alonso. It's Pedri with a shot. It's deflected and it's saved by Pacheco. 11 minutes gone. First chance to Barca. Gavi to Roberto now, with some space to run into the right back. Plays it across, looking for Fati. Headed away by Oscar Gil, but it's going to fall to Sergio Busquets. Now it's Pedri to Ansu Fati. Now with Lewandowski. Lewandowski through on goal. And Robert Lewandowski opens the scoring for Barcelona after 20 minutes. And it's as you would expect. Heading into this game, I was not confident of getting a result. And so it seems that we won't be. It's Ferran Torres down the right-hand side. Barcelona just piling on the pressure, as you would expect. Now it's Jules Koundé to Busquets. Through ball is beautiful to Pedri. Pedri's through on goal. The keeper is badly positioned. And Pedri has made it 2-0 to Barcelona. Through in to us. It's Oscar Gil, and he's just given that away very easily. But Vidal's there. It's Pardo, and Javi Pardo, from absolutely nothing, has got us back into this game. It's 2-1 now. Alex Vidal with a volley, which I'm not even sure was meant to be a cross. We'll see it again here. It was Oscar Gil with the throw-in. Headed away. Comes straight to Alex Vidal. He volleys that in, and it hits off the head of Javi Pardo. And it is 2-1 now. We've somehow got ourselves back into this one. It's Lewandowski now to Ansu Fati. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to score. Ansu Fati, he's been dragged wide by our defenders. Pulled across the box. Torres is there, and it's a great save. And Pacheco doing well to hold on to that as well. So half time, and not too bad. Just 2-1. I thought it was going to be a bit of a Barcelona rout when they went 2 goals up. But we've managed to come back. It's Roberto with the throw-in on the right-hand side for Barca. It's Gavi now. Plays that back to Busquets. Roberto once more, ball into the box. Lewandowski headed away by Sergio Gomez, and Vinny Souza can come away with it. Now it's Joselu. Can we get them on the counter-attack? Joselu on the ball. Finds Alex Vidal. We've given them a bit of time to get their defensive shape back, and now we've given the ball away to Ansu Fati. He plays it across to Pedri. It's Pedri to Gavi. Gavi with the ball over to Fati. And they've got their 2-goal lead back once again. Ansu Fati, the man to get Barca's 3rd of the day. And it all stemmed from a poor misplaced pass from one of our players. So we're around the 64-minute mark, and we are going to make some changes. We've got Javi Pardo, who is lacking a bit in conditioning. And then we've got a few players that aren't playing particularly well. Joselu and Oscar Gil on 6.3s. We've got Montez and Gomez on 6.4s. We're gonna take Horslew off. We'll bring on Braithwaite, former Barcelona player Martin Braithwaite. Not sure if he ever actually got much playing time for them. To be fair to him, he played 29 times in the 2020-21 season, scored 2 goals, but you'd want a bit better from an attacking player such as him. And at right back, we will take off Oscar Gil and bring on... Will we bring on Ruben Sanchez or will we bring on Pierre Gabriel? We'll bring on Ruben Sanchez for Oscar Gil. And then, like I said, we'll take Javi Puado off as well, which is a bit annoying because he is our best performing player, joint best with the goalkeeper. But he's looking quite tired out there, so he needs a bit of a rest, unfortunately. Very late on now, and it's Frankie de Jong on the right-hand side of Barcelona looking to get a fourth ball over the top to Dembele. Pulled across to Lewandowski. It's blocked by the defender and out for a corner. Incidentally, in real life, this fixture finished 4-2 to Barcelona, so we are currently doing a bit worse in terms of scoring goals, but a bit better in terms of conceding them. But we're still losing by 2 goals, so it's pretty similar to real life as things stand. But Barcelona still on the attack now. It's Kessie on the edge of the box, blocked. Plays it out wide again to Dembele. Pulls it across to de Jong, and that is going to be a free kick for offside for Dembele. Or on Dembele, I should say. Just under 5 minutes left. It's Lazio on the ball on the left-hand side. He finds Gomez. It would be great if we could get another goal, but that is not going to happen with a pass like that. It's Ansu Fati to Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Dembele on the right-hand side now. Dembele just calmly plays that back to Balde, and then de Jong moving forward with it. Dembele nips it from the defender. Kessie on the ball now, out wide to Marcos Alonso. Plenty of space for him to get a ball in. He's been tackled though and dispossessed by Alex Vidal, who launches that forward to Lazio, and it could be an attack for us against the run of play. It's Nico Malamed. Through ball is very, very wasteful from him though, and Balde can clear that. Montez with a header. Intercepted well by de Jong, and Barcelona on the attack once more. It's end-to-end stuff in the dying moments here. It's Dembele into the box, pulls it across. De Jong's there, and Frankie de Jong has got Barcelona's 4th. And there is the full-time whistle. I think this game has awarded the league to Barcelona. They have beaten us by 4 goals to 1. It's 1 goal worse off than real life where it was 4-2, but it's still a defeat, so it doesn't really matter to the points total. Am I really going to sit here and watch them lift the league title? I don't think I am. But we'll just move on from that. So at the end of match week 34, we can take a look at the table in-game compared to real life. In-game, we are sitting 18th. We're 2 points adrift of Cadiz and Valencia, who are 16th and 17th, and level on points still with Getafe, but still above them in the league table. Compared to real life, we are actually 1 place better off than real life. In real life, we were in 19th, Getafe were in 18th and on 34 points. So Getafe 2 points worse off. We are 1 point better off. Valencia were a bit of a way clear of the relegation zone at this point. They were on 37 points and up in 14th, but instead they find themselves only on 34 points and in 17th. At the top of the table, Barcelona had won the league by this point as well. 14 points clear of Real Madrid at this point. And that is exactly how many points they are clear of Real Madrid right now, except they're 3 points better off. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid and Real Sociedad all filling out the top 4. Then Villarreal and Betis in 5th and 6th. Betis have now leapfrogged Athletic Bilbao, but it was Girona who were a surprise 7th in real life at this moment in time. They're actually only 12th in our game, so a bit of a drop off from them. And then Athletic Bilbao were 8th. They are, of course, 7th. And the injury bug has hit again. We have another injury picked up just before the game against Rayo Vallecano, and it's our right back, Oscar Gil, who obviously got taken off last match, but he still would have been our starting right back for this next game. He is out now for between 5 and 8 days, as he's twisted his knee in training, so not great, missing our starting right back and our starting centre back for at least the next game. And I have no idea what's happening at the club, but we've got another injury. Martin Braithwaite, our backup striker, he is going to miss the next game against Vallecano also. He's got a tight groin after straining for the ball in training today, so he's out for between 1 and 3 days. So, missing a few players for this next game. So the first handful of games in match week 35 have been taking place, and we had some good news in the fact that Cadiz lost their game, so they remain just 2 points above us in 16th. But we've just had some bad news that Getafe, with a very late equaliser against Elche, have drawn, therefore moving 1 point ahead of us and up into 18th, meaning that we need to get something against Rayo Vallecano in this next game. So it's finally time for the second game of the episode, away from home against Vallecano. Vallecano currently sat in 10th place, still pushing for a European spot, although it's looking very unlikely for them. Of course, we have some of our relegation rivals playing later in the day. We are the early kickoff today. Valencia are playing against Real Madrid, so hopefully Madrid absolutely batter them. And I think that's the only real other relegation candidate that's playing today. Unless you count Sevilla. I mean, Sevilla could get dragged into the relegation battle. They're playing against Betis. But we've got to really focus on what we're doing, because if we don't get at least a point here, we are going to find ourselves in a lower position than we started the game week. So just the one change to the starting lineup from the Barcelona game for this one. Ruben Sanchez in at right back for the injured Oscar Gil. On the bench, we do have two of the three starters, or not starters, but three players in the team that have picked up injuries in the past few days. Cabrera is on the bench, but he's still got a little orange injury sign next to his name, so he's not back in full training for 4 days. And then Martin Braithwaite as well is on the bench as well. He's going to come back to full training tomorrow, literally on the bench to make the numbers up. Hopefully I don't forget that they're both injured and bring them on for whatever reason, but hopefully we can get something against Vallecano here today. So it's Montes at the back for us in our changed pink kit once again today, as that pass is intercepted. Oscar with the ball forward to EC, and he finds Alvaro on the left hand side in some space. We need to try and cover him off and block this cross, but we don't, and it's a header off the bar from RDT, and that is saved by Pacheco. Throw in on the left hand side. It's Olivan to take it. He finds Lazzo. Can we create a chance here? Vinny Souza to Darda. Left to Olivan. Back to Darda once more. Ball over the top looking for Souza. Souza, is he going to get there before the keeper? He isn't. Dimitrievski coming out well to collect that in the Vallecano goal. And he launches that ball forward. And that is gone straight over our defence. It's a great challenge from Darda, though, to win the ball back. And Olivan plays that long up the left-hand side of the field to Pardo. And Pardo can get a ball into the box here, hopefully. Pardo comes back on himself. He's into the box now. He's going to have a go himself, and he fires that over the bar. Throw in deep in the Vallecano half. It's Ruben to Alex Vidal. Alex Vidal now on the edge of the box. Gets a shot away, and that is pulled wide from Alex Vidal. So half-time, it's 0-0. Incidentally, in real life, we, Espanyol, beat Vallecano by 2-1. So that's what we're hoping to do today. We're up to the 65th minute, just about, well, 64th minute, if you want to be pedantic about it. And we've got Lazzo on a 6.3 rating. At half-time, it was probably the best that we've seen our side in terms of ratings. There was just the one person who was less than a 6.5, and that was Lazzo, who was on a 6.4. He's obviously got worse as the game's gone on. So we're going to take him off. We've got one man on the bench who's looking motivated, and he can fortunately play where Lazzo plays. So Malamed, it's your time to shine. You're coming in as a shadow striker just behind Hosselu. We are dominating this game in terms of shots, at least. Not many on target, but hopefully we can get a win here. We've also got Ruben Sanchez, who's looking a bit tired out there. I might have to take him off. Yeah, we're going to take him off. Pierre Gabriel coming on. I'll have to do a little team talk to try and stop him from feeling so nervous. Okay, I was thinking about pushing more attacking, but then we might lose the point that we've got, which would take us back up to 18th in the table. But Alvaro's coming away with the ball now for Vallecano, and they could be about to punish us and score a very late winner, which would drop us back down to 19th in the table. That's a good interception by Gomez, and Olivan clears that. Pardo gets there first. Pardo, can we get a goal here? It's Javi Pardo with the shot, and that's straight at the goalkeeper. We're into injury time now. Olivan, bad throw-in, but it comes to Pardo. Ball into the box, headed over by Alvaro, and Pathé Cis can come away with the ball for Vallecano. Pierre Gabriel tries to make the challenge, but it's not a very strong one, and Fran Garcia has it now for Vallecano. Now Catena to Pathé Cis. Falcao, through ball. Unai Lopez, please no. Unai Lopez 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Gomez is the hero, blocking that and clearing it. We've got less than a minute to go. Alvaro's surely offside there as Pierre Gabriel heads that away, and we just need to hold on now. We'll move to within a point of Cadiz and Valencia. We'll move back up to 18. We'll be so close to safety. The closest we've been to safety so far, I think. We just need to hold on to this draw now. It's Alvaro for Vallecano. This highlight is lasting a very long time, and that is a foul. So hopefully they'll take this free kick, and the referee will just blow his whistle, and we will be back up into 18th at 1 point from safety. Taking his time with the free kick is Catena, though, for Vallecano. He takes it, and there is the full-time whistle. It's a 0-0 draw. In real life, it was a 2-1 win for Espanyol, but the table's a lot different to real life, so we take it. And elsewhere in this match week, Valencia losing as we hoped against Real Madrid, although it was a lot closer than I expected. A 4-3 win for Real Madrid against them. And then Sevilla probably guaranteeing their safety now with a 2-0 win over Betis. But if we look at the table, like I said, we are back up into 18th after provisionally being knocked down after Getafe's draw in this game week. We are 1 point off Valencia and Cadiz, who are 16th and 17th. It's getting very, very close with 3 games left to play. We have to play against, is it Valencia? I'm sure we play against at least one of our rivals in the next few games. We play against Valencia. That'll be next episode where we'll do a triple header. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So if we compare the in-game table to the real-life table, Espanyol, we're still doing 1 place better. We're actually a point worse off than Espanyol were in real life, though. But we are up in 18th. Real Valladolid were in 18th in real life, but they are somehow climbing up the table up to 13th. Getafe at this point were 17th and out of the relegation zone. Valencia were flying up the table as well in real life. They were up in 13th. Obviously, they're 17th now. And then Cadiz were 16th, which is where they are currently. At the top of the table, Barcelona were, of course, still top of the table, but Atletico had overtaken Real Madrid at this point. Not the case in game. Real Sociedad still solid in 4th. Villarreal in 5th is the same as well. But Betis and Bilbao are in the opposite positions to where they were in real life. So looking ahead to the next episode, we do have a very difficult game against Atletico Madrid to kick off the next episode. They are 3rd as things stand. We would be very lucky to get anything from that game. But then we do have Valencia, who are fellow relegation rivals. And then what could be a very big final game of the season against 15th placed Almeria. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out. Hit the notification bell to stay notified. And I'll see you next time.